Ladies and gentlemen, today, I am not here to scare you. I am here to protect you. As a medical professional who has spent years studying how everyday foods silently damage vital organs, I must tell you something that may shock you. The danger to your kidneys is not always coming from fast food, sugar, or salt. Sometimes it's hiding in foods we have been taught are healthy, foods many of you may be eating every single day. Your kidneys work tirelessly, 24 hours a day, filtering toxins, balancing fluids, and keeping your blood clean. But once they start to fail, the damage is often silent, irreversible, and discovered far too late, when dialysis or transplant becomes the only option. That is why I am begging you to pay close attention today. Because some vegetables, yes, vegetables, contain compounds that can overload, irritate, or slowly poison the kidneys, especially in adults over 50, people with diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney stones, or early kidney disease. These foods may seem harmless, but eaten the wrong way or too often, they can quietly push your kidneys toward failure. In the next few minutes, I will reveal 5 common vegetables that can damage your kidneys if you're not careful, and more importantly, I will explain why they are dangerous, who should avoid them, and how to eat safely without putting your kidneys at risk. Most people grow up believing a simple rule: vegetables are always good for you. Doctors promote them, nutritionists praise them, and public health messages repeat the same advice: eat more vegetables to stay healthy. And for many organs, that advice is generally true. But when it comes to your kidneys, especially as you age, this belief can become dangerously misleading. Your kidneys are not passive filters. They are highly sensitive organs that carefully balance minerals, fluids, and waste products in your blood. Every bite of food you eat eventually passes through them in some form. When your kidneys are young and strong, they can usually manage this workload. But after the age of 50, or earlier if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney stones, or early kidney disease, their ability to cope declines quietly. This is where healthy vegetables can turn into hidden threats. Many vegetables contain natural compounds that are harmless or even beneficial in small amounts, but toxic when consumed too often or in large quantities. Unlike junk food, these dangers don't come with warning labels. You won't feel immediate pain. There is no sudden alarm. The damage builds slowly, silently, and over years. One of the biggest problems is that vegetables are often rich in potassium. Potassium is essential for muscle movement and heart rhythm. But excess potassium must be removed by the kidneys. Aging or weakened kidneys struggle to do this efficiently. When potassium builds up in the blood, a condition called hyperkalemia, it can cause fatigue, weakness, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, sudden cardiac arrest. Many people with kidney problems are shocked to learn that vegetables they considered superfoods are actually pushing their potassium levels into dangerous territory. Another hidden issue is oxalates, naturally occurring compounds found in many leafy greens and vegetables. Oxalates bind with calcium and can form kidney stones, especially in people who are prone to stones or have reduced kidney function. Repeated exposure doesn't just cause stones, it can also irritate kidney tissue and reduce filtration over time. The danger increases when these vegetables are eaten raw, juiced, or in concentrated smoothies, a trend that has become very popular but is particularly risky for kidney health. Vegetables can also overload the kidneys with phosphorus, another mineral that becomes harmful when kidneys cannot eliminate it properly. High phosphorus levels weaken bones, harden blood vessels, and accelerate kidney damage. What makes this especially dangerous is that phosphorus does not cause obvious symptoms early on. By the time problems appear, kidney function may already be significantly reduced. Portion size is another critical factor that most people ignore. A vegetable eaten occasionally in a balanced meal is very different from eating it daily, in large servings, or as part of restrictive diets that rely heavily on 1 or 2 vegetables. Many seniors fall into this trap after being told to eat clean or follow plant-heavy diets without understanding how their kidneys process these foods. Preparation methods also matter. Raw vegetables, juiced vegetables, and blended smoothies deliver concentrated doses of kidney-stressing compounds all at once. Cooking, boiling, and soaking can reduce potassium and oxalate levels significantly, but most people are never taught this. As a result, they unknowingly turn healthy foods into kidney stressors, Perhaps the most dangerous misconception is that symptoms will warn you. They often won't. Kidney damage progresses quietly. Blood tests may be the only early sign, and many people do not test their kidney function regularly. By the time swelling, fatigue, or changes in urination appear, the damage is often advanced and irreversible. So the truth is not that vegetables are bad. The truth is that kidneys have limits. What nourishes one person can harm another, especially when age, illness, and genetics come into play. Kidney health requires balance, moderation, and awareness, not blind trust in food labels or trends. Understanding this key point is essential because once you accept that healthy does not always mean safe for everyone, you can begin making smarter choices that protect your kidneys instead of slowly wearing them down. To truly understand why certain vegetables can harm your kidneys, you must understand two silent troublemakers that most people have never heard of: oxalates and potassium. These substances are naturally present in many vegetables and are not dangerous for everyone. But for aging kidneys or weakened kidneys, they can become a serious and sometimes irreversible threat. Let's start with oxalates. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in many plant foods, especially leafy greens and vegetables often labeled as superfoods. Inside the body, oxalates bind with minerals, such as calcium. When kidneys are healthy and hydration is good, small amounts of oxalates are usually eliminated safely through urine. However, when oxalate intake is high or kidney function is reduced, these compounds begin to accumulate. This accumulation can lead to the formation of calcium oxalate kidney stones, the most common type of kidney stone worldwide. These stones are not just painful, they are damaging. Every stone irritates the delicate lining of the kidneys and urinary tract. Repeated stone formation can cause scarring, inflammation, infections, and a gradual decline in kidney filtration ability. The danger is even greater for people over 50, diabetics, individuals with high blood pressure, those with a family history of kidney stones, or anyone who has already had stones once. For these individuals, oxalate-rich vegetables eaten regularly can turn into a chronic kidney assault, even if the rest of the diet appears healthy. Now consider how modern eating habits make this worse. Many people consume vegetables raw, blended, or juiced, believing this preserves nutrients. But these methods also deliver high concentrations of oxalates all at once, overwhelming the kidneys. A green smoothie may contain the oxalate load of several servings of vegetables in a single glass. For weakened kidneys, this is like forcing them to sprint when they are barely able to walk. Next, let's talk about potassium, a mineral often praised for heart and muscle health. Potassium is essential, but it must stay within a narrow range in the blood. Healthy kidneys remove excess potassium efficiently. Aging or damaged kidneys cannot. When potassium levels rise too high, a condition known as hyperkalemia, the consequences can be life-threatening. Early symptoms may include weakness, nausea, tingling, or fatigue, but many people feel nothing at all. The first sign can sometimes be a dangerous heart rhythm disturbance, which may lead to sudden cardiac arrest. Here is where vegetables become a hidden danger. Many vegetables are extremely high in potassium, and when eaten in large portions or multiple times a day, they can push potassium levels into unsafe territory, especially in people with kidney disease, heart disease, or those taking certain blood pressure medications. What makes this particularly dangerous is that potassium-related damage does not cause pain. There is no warning sign telling you to stop. Many people only discover the problem after a routine blood test, or worse, after a medical emergency. Another overlooked issue is the combination effect. When oxalates and potassium are consumed together in high amounts, as they often are in vegetable-heavy diets, the kidneys face a double burden. Oxalates irritate and form stones, while potassium overload stresses filtration and electrical balance in the body. Over time, this combination accelerates kidney decline. Cooking methods play a crucial role here. Boiling vegetables and discarding the water can significantly reduce potassium and oxalate levels. Soaking certain vegetables before cooking also helps. Unfortunately, many health trends promote raw eating without mentioning these risks, leaving seniors unknowingly vulnerable. Hydration is another factor. Inadequate fluid intake concentrates oxalates and potassium in the urine, increasing stone risk and kidney stress. Older adults often drink less water due to reduced thirst or fear of frequent urination, which further magnifies the danger. The key lesson here is not fear, it is control. Oxalates and potassium are not enemies, they are substances that require respect. When intake exceeds what your kidneys can handle, damage follows silently. Understanding how oxalates and potassium affect your kidneys empowers you to smarter choices, adjusting portions, cooking methods, and food combinations to protect your kidney health instead of unknowingly sabotaging it. As we grow older, our bodies change in ways we cannot see or feel. One of the most important and most overlooked changes happens in the kidneys. After the age of 40, kidney function naturally begins to decline. By the time many people reach their 60 seconds or 70 seconds, they may have lost a significant portion of their filtering capacity without ever experiencing obvious symptoms. This silent decline is exactly why certain vegetables can place disproportionate stress on aging kidneys. The problem is not vegetables themselves, it is how aging kidneys process the minerals and compounds they contain. Many vegetables that are considered extremely healthy are also dense in potassium, oxalates, and other kidney-burdening substances. Younger kidneys can usually adapt, older kidneys often cannot. Leafy greens are a perfect example. Vegetables like spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard, and similar dark greens are rich in antioxidants and vitamins, but they are also among the highest sources of oxalates. For seniors, especially those with a history of kidney stones or reduced kidney function, frequent consumption of these vegetables can increase stone formation and cause ongoing microscopic damage to kidney tissue. What begins as eating healthy can quietly turn into years of kidney irritation. Root vegetables can also be problematic. Beets, sweet potatoes, and certain squashes are very high in potassium. While potassium is essential, aging kidneys struggle to excrete excess amounts efficiently. Seniors who eat large portions of these vegetables daily, often encouraged by heart-healthy or plant-based diet advice, may unknowingly raise their potassium levels to unsafe ranges. This becomes even more dangerous when combined with blood PR. Assure medications that further affect potassium balance. Cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli and Brussels sprouts are generally nutritious, but when eaten in large quantities or as part of restrictive diets, they can add to mineral overload. For seniors with early kidney disease, the cumulative effect of multiple healthy vegetables in a single day can overwhelm already weakened kidneys. Another category that deserves attention is raw and concentrated vegetable forms. Juicing, blending, and eating vegetables. Raw delivers nutrients in a form that is much harder for aging kidneys to manage. A single vegetable juice can contain the mineral load of several servings consumed in minutes rather than spread throughout the day. For seniors, this sudden influx can spike potassium levels or oxalate concentration in urine, increasing the risk of stones and kidney stress. Why are seniors more vulnerable? First, aging kidneys filter blood more slowly. This means waste products and minerals remain in the bloodstream longer, increasing the risk of toxicity. Second, older adults often have multiple chronic conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease, all of which directly impair kidney health. Third, many seniors take medications that alter kidney function or mineral balance, magnifying the effects of diet. Hydration also plays a major role. Seniors often drink less water due to reduced thirst sensation or fear of frequent urination. Dehydration concentrates minerals in the urine, making oxalate crystals and kidney stones more likely. Even healthy vegetables can become dangerous when consumed without adequate fluids. There is also a psychological factor. Many seniors are told repeatedly to eat more vegetables, without receiving guidance on portion size, preparation methods, or individual risk factors. As a result, they may eat the same high-risk vegetables daily, believing consistency equals health. Unfortunately, kidneys need variety and moderation, not repetition. Another overlooked issue is that kidney damage does not announce itself. There is no pain, no early warning, and no immediate discomfort. Blood tests are often the only way to detect declining kidney function, and many seniors do not test regularly. By the time symptoms appear, the damage is often advanced. This is why awareness is so critical. Certain vegetables place greater stress on aging kidneys, not because they are bad, but because older kidneys have limits. What nourishes the body must still pass through the kidneys, and when their capacity is exceeded repeatedly, damage accumulates. The goal is not fear or elimination, it is informed choice. Seniors must understand which vegetables require caution, how often they should be eaten, and how cooking methods can reduce kidney strain. Once this awareness exists, vegetables can return to their rightful place as nourishment, not silent stressors. Many people focus on what they eat, but very few pay attention to how they prepare their food. When it comes to kidney health, especially for seniors, preparation methods can make the difference between vegetables that nourish and vegetables that silently damage. Some of the most dangerous kidney stressors do not come from the vegetable itself, but from common mistakes made in the kitchen. One of the biggest and most widespread mistakes is eating vegetables raw all the time. Raw vegetables are often promoted as the healthiest option because they retain vitamins. However, raw forms also retain full levels of oxalates and potassium, two compounds that aging kidneys struggle to manage. Cooking, particularly boiling, can significantly reduce these substances. When seniors eat large salads daily or rely heavily on raw greens, they may unknowingly expose their kidneys to excessive mineral loads. Closely related to this is the juicing and smoothie trend. Vegetable juices and green smoothies are marketed as detoxifying and energizing, but for the kidneys, they can be extremely dangerous. Juicing concentrates minerals while removing fiber, allowing potassium and oxalates to enter the bloodstream rapidly. A single glass of vegetable juice may contain the equivalent of several servings of high-risk vegetables. For weakened kidneys, this sudden surge can trigger electrolyte imbalance, stone formation, or long-term decline, without any immediate warning signs. Another hidden mistake is not boiling and discarding the cooking water. Many minerals that stress the kidneys are water-soluble. When vegetables are boiled, potassium and oxalates leach into the water. If that water is discarded, the vegetable becomes significantly safer. Unfortunately, many people steam, sauté, or reuse cooking water in soups, believing they are preserving nutrients. For kidney health, this practice often backfires by keeping harmful mineral levels intact. Portion size is another silent problem. Even low to moderate risk vegetables can become dangerous when eaten in large quantities, day after day. Many seniors prepare large plates of vegetables, believing more is better. Kidneys, however, do not measure food by health labels. They measure mineral load. Repeated large portions can overwhelm filtration capacity, especially in individuals with reduced kidney function. Seasonings and additives also play an overlooked role. Vegetable dishes often contain salt substitutes, sauces, or flavor enhancers that are high in potassium or phosphorus. People trying to reduce sodium frequently switch to salt substitutes, without realizing they are potassium-based. This can rapidly elevate potassium levels and pose serious heart and kidney risks, particularly for those on blood pressure or kidney medications. Another critical mistake is eating the same vegetables every day. Repetition increases cumulative exposure to the same compounds. Variety gives the kidneys a break. When seniors rely on one or two favorite vegetables daily, especially high oxalate or high potassium ones, the kidneys are forced to process the same stressors repeatedly, accelerating damage. Improper soaking and cleaning is also an issue. Certain vegetables benefit from soaking before cooking to reduce oxalate content. Skipping this step keeps oxalate levels higher than necessary. While this may seem like a small detail, over years it can significantly affect kidney stone risk. Timing matters as well. Consuming large vegetable-heavy meals late at night can be harder for kidneys to process, especially when fluid intake is low. This leads to concentrated urine overnight, increasing the risk of crystal formation and kidney stress. Perhaps the most dangerous mistake is assuming symptoms will warn you. Preparation-related kidney damage does not cause immediate pain. People continue these habits for years, believing they are doing everything right, until blood tests reveal serious kidney decline. The good news is that these mistakes are entirely preventable. Simple changes: boiling vegetables, discarding cooking water, moderating portions, Avoiding raw concentrates, rotating food choices, and reading labels carefully can dramatically reduce kidney strain without sacrificing nutrition or enjoyment. Understanding preparation is empowering. It shifts the focus from fear to control. Vegetables do not have to be removed from your diet. They simply need to be handled with respect for kidney limits. After understanding the risks, the final and most empowering message is this: you do not have to give up vegetables to protect your kidneys. Kidney health is not about fear or extreme restriction. It is about making smarter choices, using safer preparation methods, and respecting the limits of aging kidneys. With the right strategies, vegetables can remain a powerful ally instead of a silent threat. The first strategy is choosing lower-risk vegetable alternatives. Not all vegetables place the same burden on the kidneys. Some contain lower levels of potassium and oxalates and are generally better tolerated by seniors and people with early kidney issues. Rotating these options helps reduce cumulative stress on the kidneys. Variety is critical. It prevents repeated exposure to the same compounds and allows your kidneys time to recover. Next is proper cooking as a protective tool. Boiling vegetables and discarding the water is one of the most effective ways to reduce potassium and oxalate content. While some nutrients are lost in the process, what you gain is far more important: reduced kidney strain and lower risk of mineral overload. For individuals at risk, kidney protection must take priority over nutrient perfection. Light sautéing or steaming alone is often not enough. Boiling remains the safest option for many vegetables. Portion control is another essential habit. Even kidney-friendly vegetables can become harmful in excessive amounts. A balanced plate does not mean half or three-quarters vegetables at every meal. Smaller portions, spread throughout the day, are much easier for the kidneys to handle. Think in terms of moderation, not elimination. Hydration plays a powerful protective role. Adequate water intake helps dilute minerals in the urine, reducing the risk of kidney stones and easing the filtration workload. Many seniors underestimate how much fluid they need or intentionally limit intake. Unless restricted by a doctor, consistent hydration is one of the simplest and most effective kidney protective actions. Another smart strategy is pairing vegetables with the right foods. Consuming oxalate-containing vegetables with calcium-rich foods can help bind oxalates in the gut before they reach the kidneys. This reduces stone formation and kidney irritation. PLE dietary balance can significantly reduce risk without complex planning. Avoiding concentrated vegetable forms is also key. Juices, smoothies, powders, and detox drinks deliver high mineral loads too quickly. Whole cooked vegetables eaten slowly are far safer for aging kidneys. The fiber content also slows absorption, giving the kidneys time to process minerals gradually. Reading labels becomes increasingly important with age. Many vegetable products, sauces, and seasonings contain hidden phosphorus or potassium additives. Salt substitutes, in particular, can be dangerous for kidney health. Awareness here prevents accidental overload. Regular kidney function testing is another powerful protective tool. Many people feel healthy, while kidney function is already declining. Periodic blood and urine tests provide early warning, allowing dietary adjustments before damage becomes severe. Knowledge gives you control. Perhaps the most important mindset shift is individualization. There is no single diet that fits everyone. What is safe for one person may be harmful for another. Age, medical conditions, medications, and genetics all matter. Kidney-friendly eating is personal, not generic. Finally, consistency matters more than perfection. You do not need to follow every rule flawlessly. Small, sustainable changes practiced daily offer far more protection than short-term strict diets. The message of this final key point is hope. Vegetables are not the enemy. Ignorance is. When you understand how to choose, prepare, and balance vegetables wisely, you take back control of your kidney health. Your kidneys work quietly for you every day. With smart alternatives and safer strategies, you can return the favor, protecting them not just for now, but for life.